Hey guys, Laura Parrish here, better known as the hashtag TNS Mastermind. I'm coming to you live from my house in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It's late night or early morning, depending on where you live and if you ever sleep, because I rarely do. But it's like 1:30 in the morning here on the East Coast. And I just wanted to share really quickly with you guys something I talked to my team about on my team call tonight because it's powerful and I think it will provide a lot of value for you in your personal life and in your business. And that is, how do we live a life of abundance, right? We always say we want more. I want this and I want that, and I want to live an extraordinary life. And the thing is if you want to live an extraordinary life, you have to have an extraordinary psychology, right? Which is an extraordinary mindset. And in order to have that, you have to live in an extraordinary state. And when I say state, I don't mean like state of Virginia or state of North Carolina or state of California. I mean state as in you must condition your body to be at its best. I think everybody can agree with that, right? So one plays off of another, plays off of another. So you've got to start with conditioning your body and yourself to be your best self, to have the extraordinary state, to have the extraordinary psychology or mindset, to live an extraordinary life, right? But how do you do that? I mean, everybody says that's what they want, but why don't they? Well, we all have the ability to, but it's because of our standards. We say we want this, we say we want that, but that's not what we put out there. That's not what we express. That's not what we show with our actions, right? We can say one thing, but when we do something else, then it's not in alignment with each other. And if you want something, you have to put it out there. Henry Ford said something that's whatever you think is right. And that's completely true. If you think you're going to fail at something, you're going to fail at it. If you think you're going to be successful at something, you will be successful at it. It's like attraction. You're magnetizing to yourself whatever you put out there. And something that I watched this video that Tony Robbins did, right? And it's talking about life will pay you whatever price you ask of it, basically. And he tells a story about how when he was 24 or 25, he had just finished an event, which was a big event for him back then, right? There was like 125 people there. He felt really extraordinary that he was living his passion, his dream, doing what he wanted. He was able to help people change their lives. And after that event ended on that Sunday night, it was about midnight, he went out and took a walk. And he came across someone he could see in the distance was wearing a trench coat, had like a brown bag in their hand. And as he got closer to this person, he could smell alcohol coming from them. So he automatically thought, man, I bet this guy's going to hit me up for some money, right? And of course, what we think usually comes to fruition, right? Because like I said, it's magnetizing. What you put out is what you get back. And let me preface before I continue the story that in his early years, his mentor was Jim Rohn. I'm sure everyone who knows who Jim Rohn is. But Jim Rohn told Tony, you have a poor background psychology, a poor mindset. You've got to condition your mind. So you may want to be rich and you might not be rich right now, but you got to act as if. So save up some money, get 3 $100 bills and put 3 $100 bills on top. And then whatever you have in the middle, it doesn't matter if it's a dollar bill or 5 $1 bills or a $5 bill. But put the 3 $100 bills on top, fold it over, put it in your money clip like that. When you pull it out of your pocket, and you see it, it makes you feel good. And when you feel good, what do? You do good, right? So condition your mind as though you're already rich, even though you're not literally rich yet, right? You got to condition your mind. So anyway, he went up to this gentleman, and the gentleman, sure enough, looked up and said, "Could you loan me a quarter?" And Tony said, "Really, that's all you want, a quarter?" And he said, "Yeah, could you loan me a quarter? It'll change my life." And so Tony reached in his pocket and he pulled out his money clip, and of course there was 3 $100 bills on top, some change, and he found a quarter, and then he put the money clip back in his pocket, and he took the quarter, and as he held it up in front of the homeless man's face who had asked for it, he said, "Life will pay you whatever price you ask of it." Now, I don't know if that's extraordinary to you, but think about it, right? So the homeless man took the quarter in his hand, he looked at it, then he looked at Tony, then he looked at Tony's pocket, and then he looked at Tony, then he looked at the quarter, and he looked at Tony, and he looked at his pocket, and he finally said, "You're weird," right? And that's a funny story, but think about it. What if that man would have said, "Can you loan me a $100 bill?" Guess what? Obviously, Tony had a $100 bill. He had 3 of them in his pocket, right? He could have given that if the man would have asked for it. And the reason this relates to you guys is because we get what we ask for, right? Like if you want something in life, you need to ask for it. You need to put it out there. Not just say, oh, I want to be rich. You need to get clear on what rich means to you, because rich to somebody might be $10, but rich to somebody else might be $100. Rich to someone else might be $500. You have to get clear on what you want and specifically put it out there like that, right? Because if you say you want XYZ, then you can expect that the universe will provide for you XYZ. So when it comes to your business, if you are putting out there links and all this stuff, come join me, and you look desperate because you're just trying to get people in, is that really what you want? Do you really just want to get people in and make the bare minimum? Or is your mindset conditioned? Is your body at its best to live an extraordinary life where you're putting out there, I want 10,000 a month. Here I am. I want 10,000 a month. I believe that the universe has already given me 10,000 a month. I'm here with my hands open in abundance to accept it, and I'm seeking to help 3 or 4 or 5 other people in a month to have the same sort of abundance, to live the same sort of lifestyle, to come join me in what I do and have an abundant lifestyle. Is that what you're putting out? Or are you just putting out, hey, could you loan me a quarter, right? Instead of saying, hey, could you loan me $100? And the difference is our self-belief, if we really believe we're worth it. Because a lot of people have a problem saying, hey, could you loan me $100? So they only ask for the bare minimum. They only expect the bare minimum. But I implore you to open your hearts, to open your minds, to open your souls, to open your hands. Stop holding on so tight to what you have right now, because when you hold on tight to something, your hands are not open and able to receive anything. When you're holding on so tight and your mind is closed and your heart is closed, and you're just like, oh, I just need to get a sign up, or I need to get this, or I need to get that. Like, it's desperate. People feel it. It's a vibe. That's what you're putting out there. So that's all you're going to get, right? But if you can open your heart and your mind and your soul and your hands and saying, this is what I expect, this is what I already have, this is what I want, and ask people, hey, if this is what you want too, I'm here. I want to help a few people change their lives and live abundantly the way that I am living, then that's when you'll really start to see some changes in your business and in yourself. And that's the message I have for you guys tonight. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home, into your minds, into your hearts, and share a little bit of value that I shared with my team tonight. I appreciate you. If you are interested in doing what I do for a living and anything that I said with you resonates, you can visit my site at www.crossthestar.com. Connect with me on Facebook at facebook.com/free money mommy. I appreciate you, each and every one. Have a fantastic night. Bye-bye.